And you can see through it.
And you can see through it, yeah.
But it's a whole lot more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So this is aluminum or steel?
No, it's all steel. That's not
aluminum is surprisingly weak when you make it thin.
Yeah. These pontoon tanks are made out of aluminum because I want them lightweight on the trailer, but in the water I want them far apart and spread, and that's why they're inflatable with these bags. But you know, this is the only aluminum part on the sub. Everything else is mild steel, fiberglass, plastic, and batteries with lead.
Is fiberglass part of the pressure vessel, or is that's just a cowling?
This is actually a trim tank. So this is the main ballast tanks. So we have 240. We have 425 pounds to sink the beach ball. And so you stand on a scale holding whatever equipment that you want, and then I subtract that from 425, and the balance is lead that we have to add inside the MPV. So little blocks of lead, we add all that weight. You're a little person, we hate you because it's a lot of lead to move. And then we roll down this memory foam, and then the indoor-outdoor carpet rolls down over that. So you have the option of having your head in the bubble or kneeling down and putting your head in the freight. You can actually operate it from both positions because there's an umbilical on the controller.
Can you, are you locked into one position in there, or can you move around a little bit?
You can move around really well. In fact, you two guys could be inside the sub. Any bigger than that, you really don't want to do it. I mean, you and I couldn't fit in.
Look at that.
You know, we're just big enough, but it's just miserable.
Yeah.
And who's ever sitting in or laying down there, I have yet to have anybody last more than 45 minutes because they're doing this.
Yeah.
And the back of their necks and their shoulders just start to fatigue. And they take up the memory foam and they take the curb and the corner and the corner, and then they're doing this. And then after a while they're saying, my teeth hurt.
Yeah.
So that's the next complaint, and then they lay on their side of their head, and they lay on the other side, and then they're pretty well done. You know, and we got to come up. So an hour and a half has been the longest dive with anybody in the prone position.
And you're talking about younger people too, right?
Yeah,
like
and no claustrophobia because it's not easy to roll over. And all of a sudden you start freaking out. You're between my legs, you know. I'm like, oh, you know, stop, you know. So. If I were to design this again, I would have a dome from here forward. The entire thing would be a flange holding a giant dome.
Well, you didn't design it.
No, I didn't design the hull. No, I bought the hull, which was rusting in somebody's backyard. And then we rebuilt everything around the hull. But if I had the opportunity to build my own hull, this would be a giant dome. So there'd be a seat up in the front that's more comfortable. Slightly reclined back, something you could also lean forward and smash your head. And I don't know if I'd make it much bigger. I love what you're saying because you're correct. But this is why I got this. I have access to two other subs that are much bigger. They're much but here's the thing. I have wheels in this. I can roll it off the trailer. Two guys can grab onto this and push it right into the lawn. So it takes just less than 4 feet to focus.
Oh, and that's not a trailer detach off there?
That stays. That stays. It's hard rubber. They're cast iron, so we have to paint with silicone spray on wash but the point is that it doesn't float on.
Is that so the whole surface around it, or everything inside is mineral oil, or does it resist pressure? Yeah.
And then and then as the pressure builds up, it'll collapse the hose and kind of compensate for the external pressure. So it always sees the same pressure on both sides of the seal.
So the pressure builds up on here, and it actually does.
As you submerge, the pressure gets higher and higher.
And so does fluid back up into this thing a little bit or something?
No, this will actually collapse so that the housing doesn't collapse.
Okay, so this is just the air, and the air will compress and collapse.
Yeah. And actually, it's supposed to be oil. It kind of leaked out on the road.
And then,
And then this, from here up, is filled with polyurethane, so that it's potted too. So and that's actually where the oil leaked. We're gonna have to redo the polyurethane joint on this.
Normally, is there something like on the top? Is it sealed?
It's normally, actually this thing is it's a Minn Kota trolling motor, so they just have a power head on top, to steer it with and everything. So we took it off and just spliced